Good morning. Today is Monday. It is August the 9th. It is the 5th day of school, and we're so glad that you're here. I'm Mr. Butcher, and it's my job to keep you safe so that you can show us how excellent you can be. We hope that you left your average in the car or on the bus, and you're ready to be respectful and responsible. Speaking of responsible, let me give it to Mr. Newport, who will get you going by doing the pledge.
Thanks, Mr. Butcher. Like he said, I am Mr. Newport, and I am also here to keep you safe. One of our daily responsibilities is to show respect for the rights that we have in this country and show respect for our school. We do this daily by saying the pledge to the flag and our pledge to the school. When we do this, we stand up tall, we put our hands over our heart, we say the pledge loudly and clearly and with pride. Again, don't worry if you don't know it yet. Just listen and try to follow along. The words will be up on the screen. You'll get it in no time. The two people that are helping us with the pledge today are Miss Powell and Miss Dubnik.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the Kennedy School Pledge.
I pledge myself as a Kennedy Dragon to be ready for the day ahead of me. I will be respectful of myself, my teachers, and all others I meet throughout the day. I promise to be responsible for myself, my actions, and my learning. I will work my hardest to be the best dragon I can be.
Please take a moment to reflect silently on our day, our activities, and what we hope to accomplish. Another one of our responsibilities is to keep ourselves and others safe, and we can do this by making sure that we wash our hands frequently throughout the day. When we wash our hands, we want to make sure we're using soap and water or an alcohol-based hand sanitizer. And we also want to make sure that we're doing it for at least 20 seconds. So let's get ready to wash our hands and model what good hand washing looks like. Get yourself some hand sanitizer. Get the front of your hands, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get the back of your hands, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get the back of the other hand, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get in between your fingers, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get your fingertips, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get your other fingertip, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get your thumbs, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Get your wrist. Get your other wrist. There you go.
Now that we are ready to start the day, let's show some respect for our classmates who have birthdays today. Xander Legrano is the only one with a birthday today, and he is 8. Happy birthday, Xander.
All right, if you haven't already, it's now time to make a responsible choice of lunch. For lunch today, we're going to be having cheeseburger, savory baked Lay's, baked beans, lettuce, tomato, pickle, and applesauce. If you don't want the cheeseburger, you can always get the PB&J or the yogurt and muffin. You'll still get the baked beans and the applesauce. Awesome.
One of our goals this year is to increase our vocabulary. One way we are going to do that is to use pictures to expose ourselves to words. Each week we'll have a new picture, and each day we will ask you to look for certain parts of speech represented in that picture. You can talk about this with your class and then enter your answer on the Google Sheet each day. We'll pick one class each day to share the answers the next day. Last week we looked at a really cool picture from a soccer match, U.S. beating Mexico in the Gold Cup final this year. This week we have an equally cool picture to look at, and I'll show it to you in a second. Every Monday we will let you see the new picture, let you guys take a look at it, see all the cool things, and talk about it. Tuesday, we got to try to find some parts of speech. Tuesday are going to be nouns, Wednesday are verbs, Thursday are adjectives and adverbs, and Friday, prepositional phrases. So, enjoy our new picture.
All right, our morning message this morning is empathy, or the golden rule, and how we call what we call being respectful. Have you ever been sad and crying, and someone puts his arm around you and says, I know, I understand just how you feel. Have you ever watched someone fall off her bike and hurt herself and then thought, ow, That really hurt. I know how that feels. When we understand how others feel, we are showing what's called empathy. It sounds like a big word, empathy, but it's really not. Empathy means that we know what it's like to be sad or disappointed or angry or hurt. We understand what others are feeling, and because we understand, we're kind to them. Start to notice when you show empathy and notice when you're understanding, and then treat others the way you want to be treated. There's something to think about. I'm Mr. Butcher. Make today your masterpiece. If not, remember, the choice is yours. So true. When you understand how someone else's feel, it's called empathy. And then when you know how someone else's feel, it kind of should change the way you act. Because if you know it feels bad for someone to get their feeling, it feels bad when someone calls you names, then don't call other people's names because you know how it feels. So show some empathy today. Great message. That is all we have for announcements, so please help me.
Me and your teachers keep you safe. That is our job.
And your job is to help us keep you safe.
And you can help us by being a ready, respectful, and responsible student who is focused on graduating in the year.
Because when you are a ready, respectful, and responsible student focused on graduation, you are boldly committed to student success. I love you very much. Have a Good morning. I'm Mr. Butcher, the principal, and I've met all of you guys, and you guys all know that I have one job here at Kennedy Elementary School, and that job is to keep you guys safe. That's my job, to keep you guys safe. And like I've told you, I can't keep you safe all by myself. That's why we have wonderful teachers here to help us keep you safe. But even then, we can't help keep you safe by ourselves. That's why we need your help. So throughout the year, we will have some drills. We will have fire drills, we will have intruder drills, and we'll have bad weather drills. So we'll be practicing 3 types of drills. We practice these so if in case of a real one, we know exactly what to do. So right now, we are going to do what is called a drill seminar. We're going to talk about the 3 types of drills that we will have at our school. These are not real, so when we say we're going to do a fire drill, that doesn't mean there's a fire in the building. It just means we're going to practice what we do if there was a fire in the building. So don't worry, don't think the building is on fire, and don't think that you're going to be hurt. Just think we are going to practice, and we're going to practice so that we know what to do in case of a fire. We're also going to talk about inclement weather. When it's stormy outside and it's really windy and there's a possibility of a tornado, what do we do when there's bad weather? So we'll talk about that as well. That's called a weather drill. And then the third one we're going to do is an intruder drill. If there's someone in the building that's not supposed to be in our building, or there's someone out on our field that's not supposed to be on the field, and we're worried that he or she might be doing something that's not keeping us safe, what do we do in case of those drills? So we're going to talk about those 3 types of drills now, and then your teacher's going to practice them with you or talk about them with you, and then throughout the year we'll actually do it. We're actually going to do our first fire drill in a couple days, so we'll be doing that as well. So today we're just going to talk about it. Next week or next couple days we're going to practice them, and so we want to make sure the reason why we do this is so we can help keep you safe, and so that you know what to do if and when these drills happen, so that when it does happen in real life, if it does, hopefully it never does, that you know exactly what to do. Okay, what do we do if we hear the fire alarm go off? This is what the fire alarm will sound like. When the fire alarm goes off, it will sound like that, and there will be a flashing light in the hallways. When you hear that sound, you need to stop what you're doing and put your eyes on your teacher. Your teacher will have you all line up in a straight line, and they will take you outside in the design spot. Each class has a different place to go, so you need to know, your teacher is going to tell you where you need to go. It's very important that when we do our fire drills that you do not talk. The reason why we don't want you to talk is because we are trying to make sure that everyone's out of the building. We're making sure that everyone's in the right place, and we may have to give you directions on moving just in case there is a fire and emergency vehicles need to get to where you are. So it's extremely important that you do move without talking. Your teachers will take you outside to the designated spot. When you do that, you're going to go all the way out there, you're going to turn, and you're going to face the building. The reason why we face the building is so that we can know what is going on, and you'll be able to get the directions from me or Mr. Newport or fire department if they need to give you directions. So when you hear this sound, make sure that you stop what you're doing, line up silently, follow your teacher outside. When you get outside to your designated spot, you're going to stop and you're going to turn around. At that point, your teachers will be checking to make sure that all students are there. If everyone is there, we'll hold up a green sign. If we are missing someone or something is help, we'll hold up the red sign that says need help. And that's what we do during a fire drill. Our second type of drill is called a severe weather drill or tornado drill. When you hear this sound, this is what it should sound like. If you hear that sound, what you're going to do is you're going to stop what you're doing and listen to your teacher. Your teacher will take you outside in the hallway, and you guys will get in the hallway in your designated spot. You will face the wall, you'll get on your knees, and you'll cover your head. You should look like this when you are out in the hallway. I do know it's uncomfortable and I do know it gets hot, but we need to make sure that we are going there because we want to make sure that we're safe and we're protecting our head. So that's what's talking, because we're going to be walking up and down the halls and we have to give directions to people because we may have to move you to a different spot that may be more safe, or we have to tell you where we need you to go. So it's real important that you are not talking. So when you hear this sound, you will stop what you're doing, look at your teacher, listen for the directions, and follow where you're supposed to go. You'll face the wall, get on your knees, cover your head. Do it without talking. The teachers will be checking to make sure you're all in the right place, and when it is over, we'll tell you can sit up. And that is the severe weather drill. The last type of drill that we will talk about is an intruder drill. An intruder drill will be done to practice what to do in case there is a person around our school, on our field, or in our building that is not supposed to be there and is causing a threat to the safety of students, teachers, staff members, or family members. When the intruder drill starts, I will come on the announcements and I will say, "Pardon the interruption, teachers and students. Please move to a lockdown position at this point." When that happens, you need to stop what you're doing, put your eyes on the teacher, and give her your ears and make sure you're listening. The teacher will go and make sure the door is locked and that the window is covered, and they will move you to a spot inside the classroom that is safe and out of the view from that glass window. The teacher will ask you to be quiet and will continue teaching throughout the time, just in a very close and quiet position. Please make sure that you guys are listening to your teacher and you are staying quiet, and make sure that you are out of sight of the window in your door. And if that should last for a few minutes, and then I will come on to the announcements and I will say, teachers, please put your red and green cards outside your door. When you put the red and green cards outside your door, if everything is good, you will give us the green card. If you are missing someone, or you have someone that is in your class that's not supposed to be, you will put the yellow, or you will put the red out at that time, the red that says need help at that time. We will come in at that time and we will ask you what you need. At the end of the drill, I will come on the announcements again and I will say, thank you, pardon the interruption, thank you for participating in our lockdown. You may now go back to regular classroom. And that will be the end of our drill. We are almost done with our severe weather, fire drill, and intruder drill seminar. One thing that you need to know before I let the teachers talk to you about exactly where you go for these drills is that you need to know if you are walking in the hallway, if you are in a different classroom, if you are in the bathroom, if you're in the front office or you're in the media center and these drills happen, it's very important that you go to the closest class. Do not walk all the way back to your class. Go to with the closest class or the closest adult that's there with you. Do not go all the way back to your class and don't do that. If there is an intruder drill, same thing. You'll just lock down in the classroom that you're in. So don't go back to your class. If for some reason you're in the bathroom and you have to come out, go to the closest room to you. The closest room to you. All right, that concludes my part of the severe weather, fire drill, and intruder drill seminar. I'm now going to ask your teachers to talk about the specific places that you go when you are doing a severe weather, a fire drill, or an intruder drill. Thank you.